I'm not even awake enough to question how the hell you got in my apartment. I sure as hell don't remember letting you in. All you do is fix my grammar, correct my spelling, and add a joke here or there. I could do that in my sleep. You have been a pain in my backside ever since I accidentally brought you back from the moon. Fine. I bet that you can't get through an entire review. If I win, you add my swear jar debt to yours. You're on. I'm going back to bed.
You know that feeling you get when you immediately regret doing something? If you're watching this show, I'm going to imagine that you don't. As such, I'll be reviewing the comic called The Day Shift, but before we begin, I'd like to introduce you to the Jet Fever drinking game. The rules are simple. Just take a shot every time something dumb happens, and by the end of the video, maybe you won't feel so poorly disposed toward me. So, grab a bottle and we can get started. And that was the third time I tried meth. Oh, you're back! Let's get started. The story opens with Luna and Celestia talking about their days when Luna starts being cocky and saying Celestia's job is easy. Celestia disagrees and Luna goes from normal to straight jacket wearing insanely offended for no reason. Take a shot. It's at this point that I took notice of the possum. What's the deal with the possum? It's cool if Luna has a pet possum, but why would it always be around her? It seems like her normal job is mostly combat. Does she want her pet to die? Take a shot. Regardless, Celestia, like the audience, can see where this is heading and tells Luna she wouldn't like ruling the daytime. Luna says 'twould be easy, which Celestia both understands and takes offense to. That's 2 shots, kids, and with that, the game is on. I'm not entirely sure Celestia didn't just con Luna, but whatever. It's here that we meet the schedule keeper, Kibitz, a pony with a stick so far up his ass it sticks out of his forehead. He is understandably opposed to this shampoo-drinkingly awful plan, but goes along with it because the story needs to happen somehow. Also, just from the context of this comic, I'm pretty sure Luna enjoys killing things. So, Kibitz tells Luna how good Celestia is at her job, saying she's even finished with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to spare. First off, that's not an impressive record. Second, Kibitz keeps times for government minutia in minutes and seconds. Take a shot. Also, Luna talks about a schedule the way most people talk about diseased weasels. Take a shot. Following that, there's some talk about food in which Kibitz is really concerned about Luna's regularity. Luna says no to a bran muffin, but eats it anyway and immediately regrets it, and Kibitz holds lunch hostage until they complete the morning's activities. Good lord, that's 3 shots. Strap in, kids, this is about to get real. So, Kibitz has Luna do the morning survey. She looks at Manhattan, take a shot, and Cloudsdale, take a shot, and the survey is over. It's clear now that there's literally no point for anyone to do the morning survey, so they make the princess do it. Take another damn shot. From there, they run off to receive the morning report from the Royal Guards, the most useless security force ever conceived for the following shot-worthy reasons. They're making plans to polish armor that is already clearly clean and shiny, that one guard's mustache is gross, and a member of the military is scared of possums. That's 3 shots, followed by 1 more because Kibitz seems to think that what the guards are saying is somehow important to anyone. Meanwhile, a shadowy figure slinks through town, searching for a particular condemned building. The figure knocks on the door and gives the password, Hooficure. Take a shot. You know what you did. Yes, it would appear that it was Celestia all along, just visiting an exclusive spa with the shittiest location on the planet. We then rejoin Luna and Kibitz after their meeting with the kitchen staff and get another indication that Kibitz is weirdly concerned with Luna's diet. Take a shot. Whatever. So they go meet with the delegates from the Crystal Empire, and we learn that Kibitz likes signing his name. Take a shot. The delegates are planning some festival because there's always some kind of festival. It is at this point that the writers seem to want your livers to suffer. How? They use the word everpony. They think an extra 15 minutes is a huge deal for the caterers. They have the possum reading, and they use the word canterlot. Also, they plan to release 348 doves. Why 348 doves? Who decided that was the perfect number of doves to release? What the hell kind of process was that? Then Kibitz gets excited by paperwork, because of course he fucking does. And finally, Luna speculates that to put up with all this shit, Celestia must have the patience of a zebra. The patience of a zebra! Are zebras provably more patient than ponies? Is that racist? Do zebras exist in this universe? For those of us keeping score, that's 7 shots, and we're only halfway done. They finally finish signing off on all that useless shit, and run off to hear disputes, which against all reason, Luna thinks will be interesting, despite knowing it's on Kibitz's schedule. To her credit, she's right, but that's no excuse. Take a shot. While hearing arguments from a couple of carnies and some dirty hippies, the carnies offer to sing about how they're innocent. Why would singing an argument be a good idea? Who the fuck knows? Take a shot. It's at this point that the writers decide to rip off the Old Testament Testament, but with a cart and no dead babies. Yes, it would seem that Luna has a scary lady boner for cutting things in half. In fact, she's just about to mutilate a sheep before Kibitz rolls up his sleeves and diligently ruins all my fun. Follow that up with a boring montage and you owe me another 4 shots. Needless to say, after all that nonsense, Luna complains that she's dead on her hooves, take a shot, because she's usually asleep during the day. But Kibitz apparently thinks sleep is for pussies, and if you're just joining me, you owe me 34 shots. Holy fuck. Let's take a short break from drinking, shall we? They go to lunch, and with a moment to rest, Luna opens up to Kibitz saying that she had no idea Celestia had it so rough. She even admits she might be in over her head. But Kibitz says Celestia wouldn't have left her in charge if she couldn't handle it, and that she's likely watching Luna right now, ready to jump in if she screws up too bad. Kibitz, you manipulative bitch. Break's over. Take a shot. You know what? Take another one for Luna's use of the word every pony. So yeah, Luna's back in the game with a vengeance just in time to attend the Canterlot Garden Society's tea party. Now, I know I just complained about Canterlot earlier, but I'm still not happy about that shit. Take a shot. Kibitz runs off because he forgets his highlighter. While he's gone, Luna challenges a blue-haired pony to chess, but they don't have a chessboard. Whatever will they do? Presumably the answer is slavery, take a shot, as the other guests stand in for the game pieces. As with everything she does, Luna gets way too into it, and when she starts losing, she looks ready to bring the thunder. Seriously, Luna needs to calm the fuck down. She could have an aneurysm at any minute. Take a shot. Luckily, Kibitz arrives just in time to keep heads from rolling. Horrified by all the fun everyone seems to be having, he drags Luna off to the day's next activity. She's a bit bummed out and wants to finish the tournament because in her mind, one game constitutes a tournament. Take a shot. So they leave, but not before Luna scares the entire Garden Society into staying put for the next several hours. Meanwhile, back at the spa, Celestia thanks every pony, take a shot, for such a relaxing day, though she needs to get back to see what sort of shenanigans her plan has wrought. She claims to not be worried as Kibitz is quite the workhorse, even though she means slave driver. Take a shot. Meanwhile, back at the plot, Kibitz is literally dragging Luna off for round 2 with the delegates from the Crystal Empire to approve some choreography, and it's clear that Luna is starting to lose her damn mind, but she's clearly not the first to have done so. Honestly, why would a princess be qualified / required to approve choreography? Allow me to answer that question with a shot. Regardless, Kibitz lets Luna cut the meeting short because they have so many things to do. Things to christen, awards to present, dresses to get fitted, and such. Side note, since Luna is filling in for Celestia, why would she get fitted for the dress? That's Celestia's dress, bitch! Take a shot! With so much to do, one of the delegates has the idea to do everything at once to save time, but instead of punching her in the head, Kibitz seems to think doing everything at once is a great idea. Take a shot. And with that, craziness ensues, including, but not limited to, Comic's massive stiffy over the Observer pony. Take a shot. And what are those? Dogs pulling a Ferrari? That's a shot. It's clear from the look in Luna's eyes that this has gone too far, as she hurls Kibitz's watch out the window, a watch that apparently belonged to his grand pony. Take not 1, but 2 shots because it took her this long to snap. Any normal person would have cried themselves insane before lunch, but enough is enough. Luna crumbles up Kibitz's list and shoves it down his throat. With that huge burden off her shoulders, she begins to tackle Celestia's duties in her own way. Celestia finally admits that Luna is totally capable of ruling the day or night before going off to bed. Somehow Luna doesn't realize that this was the final step in Celestia's sinister plan to jack off the whole day and sleep while her breathtakingly stupid sister works a royal triple shift. Finally, we get one last look at the members of the Garden Society who are still awaiting Luna's return, but it must not be too bad. That blue-haired pony's been standing there for hours and his only complaint is that his tea is cold. Take a shot. Christ, that's 50 shots and only 22 pages of comic. This shit should really come with a warning.
Warning. Due to the self-destructive nature and adult themes contained within this review, it should not have been viewed by children.
Final thoughts time! There were a lot of little things in this comic that kept me from getting into the story. Although a lot of them, like all the goddamn by the Jesus horse puns, are staples of the series as a whole rather than being specific to this one comic, so I'll give that a pass for now. There were a few moments in this comic that, while passable and dare I say it, genuine, momentarily distracted me from the overarching question of why I should care about a superpowered princess who regularly fights monsters on the day that she decides to try her hand at bureaucracy. She learned her lesson at the end, and that's nice, I guess, but it doesn't seem to add anything to anything. There wasn't this tension between Celestia and Luna before this comic, as far as I know. I'm guessing, of course, because I have no idea, but it just feels like filler. That pisses me off, and I'm not even a fan. Although if you are a fan, that might just be what you're looking for, and hey, this comic has that. Comic likes giving scores, so I'll put it this way. On a scale from 1 to Tyler Perry, this comic is Christopher Nolan, but on a scale from 1 to Christopher Nolan, this comic is Tyler Perry. 2 stars.
Told you so. I knew you couldn't handle it, but you were just so stubborn about it. Bye, Jet. Enjoy my swear jar, Det. Well, that was Jet's 2 bits on the day shift. Tell him your 2 bits in the comments below. And while you're down there, why not suggest a possible future spoiler alert? And don't forget to like and subscribe. That was Jet Fever, I'm Comic Sans, and I will see you next week for my review of... well, I'm just gonna call it The Bookworm, Part 1. Seriously, would it kill IDW to actually give official names to their arcs? Well, see you then.
Sugar's only sweetness, salt is ocean tears, and you were my only weakness for years.